The Timberwolves were supposed to be different this year. Bigger, stronger, smarter. A team built for the playoffs with size in the front court, dynamic guards, and a defensive identity. But now, they're staring down a nightmare. The Wolves aren't just trailing in a playoff series. They're getting picked apart piece by piece, with their biggest stars looking powerless against a team that's 2 steps ahead in every possession. After one brutal game, the warning signs aren't just flashing, they're screaming. The Thunder didn't just win, they exposed a blueprint. And unless Minnesota makes major changes fast, this series might be over before it even begins. Game 1 wasn't just a loss, it was a message. The Thunder held Minnesota to 88 total points, their lowest scoring mark of the entire season. Not preseason, not regular season, not even early playoffs. The entire season, and the way OKC did it wasn't with flashy highlight plays or miracle shooting. It was with structure, with discipline, with suffocating, relentless defense that turned the Wolves' biggest strengths into non-factors. Let's start with the pace. The Timberwolves scored 0 fast break points. 0. That's not just rare, it's almost impossible in a playoff game. But OKC made it their number one priority. No matter what happened, made shots, missed shots, turnovers they got back. Every one. No ball watching, no ball chasing. That meant no transition lanes, no early offense, and no rhythm for a team that desperately needed one. To do that, OKC didn't even bother with traditional matchups. They accepted cross matches to prevent gaps and refused to give up driving. Lanes, usually cross matches, can create mismatches, but not against the Thunder, because this team doesn't have real mismatches. Try to drag Casey out with a screen, he fights over. Switch him, fine, you get J-Dub, or Dort, or Caruso. It never ends. Casey Wallace might have been the quiet MVP of Game 1. He stopped early offense on his own multiple times, picked up Ant full court, made him work just across half court, then forced the ball out of his hands. When Ant did try to isolate, there was always a second body stepping over, ready to help. When the Wolves tried to screen Casey off the Thunder, either switched or hedged, buying time while keeping their ideal matchup, and the result was pure chaos for Minnesota's offense. Ant couldn't get a runway. The paint was locked up. The lanes, were gone. You could feel the frustration in every possession. They were grinding 20 seconds on the shot clock just to get a semi-contested jumper. Then came the help defense, and this is where OKC really separated themselves. Every time the ball swung to the corner, boom, J-Dub was there, loaded up. Caruso rotated from the nail, cutting off the baseline. If a cutter slipped through, a low man was already in place stepping over. The coordination, flawless, it was like a machine. Minnesota's answer? Try to hunt for mismatches. That's been Ant's bread and butter all playoffs long. But against OKC, hunt all you want, the only guy you might think about attacking is Isaiah Joe, and even he wasn't giving up switches easily. Joe hedged hard and recovered every time, refusing to let Ant get the matchup he wanted. The only way to get anything was to use Ant as a screener and force OKC into mistakes. But even that had counters. The Thunder responded with late doubles, pre-switches, zone stunts, and shifting one pass away. Every adjustment Minnesota made, OKC was ready. So if Ant couldn't get anything going, could they at least rely on post-ups from Julius Randle? Nope. The Thunder were happy to switch wings onto him, J-Dub, Dort, Caruso, even Kenrick and front the post, deny position, or simply force him into difficult fadeaways. When Randle tried to face up, help came from the blind side. When he tried to back down, someone pulled the chair. When he got to the middle, the rim protector stepped up. The result? Randle finished with 28 points, but don't let the numbers fool you. He was just 4 of 7 from inside the arc. Most of his scoring came on outlier three-point shooting, and he had 5 turnovers to just 1 assist. It was one of those games where the box score hides the truth. Randle wasn't creating, he was surviving. And when both Ant and Randle can't generate downhill pressure, the entire Wolves offense collapses. They become a jump-shooting team. Without rhythm or structure, they jacked up 51 threes, the most in franchise playoff history, and only hit 30%. They attempted just 12 shots at the rim and got 20 total paint points. That's not a bad night. That's a structural failure. Even the role players couldn't get going. Naz Reid tried to punish switches in the post. Didn't work. Conley ran pick and rolls into deep drops. Didn't create much. Dante tried to come off screens, got hedged and forced into decisions he didn't want to make. Minnesota's options shrank by the minute. They even looked lost against OKC's zone at times. And it all boils down to one number, a 92.6 offensive rating, the worst of the Wolves' entire season. That's not just bad, that's a signal flare that something's fundamentally broken. So now, the Timberwolves are in serious trouble. The Thunder have shown that their defense isn't just elite, it's comprehensive. They've got wing defenders for days, a rim protector who never blinks, smart schemes, constant communication, versatility, and most importantly, a game plan. That's working. Minnesota needs answers and fast. 'Cause if this continues, we're not just looking at a Thunder win. We're looking at a complete unraveling of the Wolves' playoff hopes.